Hi everyone, welcome to today's A Course in Miracles teaching. My name is Deborah and welcome to Anchored in Faith. We are on lesson 34. I could see peace instead of this. The idea for today begins to describe the conditions that prevail in the other way of seeing. Peace of mind is clearly an internal matter. It must begin with your own thoughts and then extend outward. It is from your peace of mind that a peaceful perception of the world arises. 3 longer practice periods are required for today's exercises. 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening are advised, with an additional 1 to be undertaken at any time in between that seems most conducive to readiness. All applications should be done with your eyes closed. It is your inner world to which the applications of today's ideas should be made. Some 5 minutes of mind searching are required for each of the longer practice periods. Search your mind for fear thoughts, anxiety-provoking situations, offending personality or events, or anything else about which you are harboring unloving thoughts. Note them all casually, repeating the idea for today, slowly as you watch them arise in your mind, and let each one go to be replaced by the next. If you begin to experience difficulty in thinking of specific subjects, continue to repeat the idea to yourself in an unhurried manner, without applying it to anything in particular. Be sure, however, not to make any specific exclusions. The shorter applications are to be frequent and made whenever you feel your peace of mind is threatened in any way. The purpose is to protect yourself from temptation throughout the day. If a specific form of temptation arises in your awareness, the exercises should take this form. I could see peace in the situation instead of what I see in it, instead of what I now see in it. If the inroads on your peace of mind take the form of more generalized adverse emotions such as depression, anxiety, or worry, use the idea in its original form. If you find you need more than 1 application of today's idea to help you change your mind in any specific context, try to take several minutes and devote them to repeating the idea until you feel some sense of relief. It will help you if you tell yourself specifically, I can replace my feelings of depression, anxiety, or worry, or my thoughts about this situation, personality, or event with peace. So that is today's lesson, lesson 34. I could see peace instead of this. I'm now going to read the channeling for today's lesson from Jesus, and it was channeled from Tina Louise Spalding, and it's from her book, A Year of Forgiveness. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know is Jesus. This is, of course, the lesson you begin to see the choice you make. The unconscious desire for attack and war is something most of you remain completely oblivious to when you perceive yourself. You lay the face of innocence on your consciousness and see yourself as a loving and gentle being, unless provoked. We want to address that caveat, unless provoked. It is true that you are a loving being. You were made of love, from love, and for love. You have forgotten this truth, and you have had many teachings to strengthen the memory lapse. This has caused a place of separation. You must remember that. The default setting here causes separation. How do you know? Look at your separate body. Your separate body demonstrates your belief in separation. It is the most powerful tool the ego uses to prove you are alone and abandoned. It is the ego's vehicle, as most of you use it. The body in and of itself is neutral. You can use it for good or bad. You can love it or hate it. You can see it as a communication device, weapon, or bait. We want you to understand that your seeing things differently comes as a choice. It's your free will how you use your body. That comes up in another lesson. For now, we remind you that how you look at the world and the interior experience generated from that perception is your choice. Indeed. When you feel that little frisson of anger, judgment, or hatred, you say to yourself, I can see this differently. I am able to see this differently. There's another way of looking at this thing. I don't have to cause this wound in myself. That is what you do, dear ones, when you do not see peace in front of you. You attack yourself. You mistakenly think you are attacking another. But that feeling of distress, loss of peace, anxiety, fear, or anger inflicts a wound on your dear self. Do this lesson willingly and happily. Know you are cultivating a higher frequency, closer to love with this lesson. And what happens in a frequency of love and peace? Healing takes place. Your body thrives at the frequency of love and peace. Your aging and illness processes come from a lack of peace and resistance to what is. It is not an act of weakness to accept it is not an act of weakness to accept what is, but it is an act of love and strength to say, I will not inflict pain and suffering on myself by judging the situation. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we thank you once again for taking time out of your busy day to heal your mind. That is what we are about here. We are healing your mind so that you can create a peaceful world. We will see you again tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for lesson 35. Have a beautiful day.